Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Wargaming.net League Gold Series. My name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny.
This is Edison 99.
And we are in Season 3. This would, of course, be Week 3 of Season 3. And first things first, we saw it's going to be Front Mission versus ELONG. And then we're going to have, later on tonight, the team Charlotte Tiger facing off against... Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to be ELONG versus PhoeniX. Yeah, then it's going to be Charlotte Tiger versus Front Mission. And... I feel like those are pretty one-sided matchups. I think I think the score in both cases could be 5-2 at the end of the evening. But
ELONG is really really a strong team, and PhoeniX, they are still in, how to say that, the new team. They need time to become better. But they are not bad. I feel all of the members are famous. I have to say that, but they still need time to become one team.
Right. Okay, that sounds like a pretty solid assessment of the new PhoeniX team. I have to agree with that all the way across the board. But I'm just wondering now, in particular, what we're going to see coming out of both teams, and more importantly, what are the maps that are going to be played? What maps have been banned? Things of that nature.
Yeah. As we know, ELONG, they can do really perfect on the open wide map, but on the city side, they are not that strong. I have to say.
All right, so now we're gonna dive into the rules.
Okay.
And of course, tank regulations, guys. We got the two, I guess you could say, new configurations as of Season 3. If this is your first time watching, we're going to go ahead and introduce it to you. We've got 587, which means 5 Tier 8 tanks plus 2 Tier 7 tanks, or we've got 686, which is going to be 6 Tier 8 tanks and 1 Tier 6 tank. There are no other compositions that are allowed. Now, for the match regulations, one match consists of 2 maps and a maximum of 8 battles. So what that means is the first team to 5 points is the team that is going to win the match for the evening. If in the event that we should see both teams go to 4 points, that is to say a draw scenario, we will see a tiebreaker map that is determined by the, I guess you could say, the first blood timing in the game. Okay, so of course we can see that it's going to be the following rule. It's going to be attack, attack, defense, defense, and so on and so forth. But team efficiency is leading the charge with a score of 3-0. Horsemen at 2-0, ELONG to 2-1. Of course, that one defeat that they faced was actually them being disqualified for not showing up on time. Front Mission showing solid performance and how strong of a contending team they can be with 2 points, putting them at 4th place for the time being. Charlotte Tiger with 1 win and 2 defeats. And PvP Super Friends at 0-3. I feel like some of the scores here are wrong, Edison. What do you think? I mean,
let me check that. Team division. I think Horseman is 1-1, not 6. So they only got 3 points. ELONG is 2-1. That's correct.
We're gonna have to go through
and Charlotte Tiger. I think they are 2 win, 1 loss.
Yeah. Right. We're gonna have to go ahead and verify that with the production crew. They did put out the wrong score, I believe, for 1 or 2 of our teams. Now, this is of course the Silver Series, which is not broadcasted. Nice to keep you guys updated on how things are going. NVIDIA Ace is showing strong performance. The practice regimen coming back into play, and it is going to help them going into WGL Season 4. Now, Run is 3 points. This is a team that we don't know too much about, but we are eager to learn about. B Gaming is, of course, performing pretty strong. Yeah, Japanese team, of course. They've got 2 wins and 0 losses. PvP Missionary at 1-1. I guess you could say slow and steady wins the race in that regards. LXG, where might this team be from?
They are from the previous Silver League, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, not too many images because they are not on the top 4. So. Yeah.
Right, and you guys can see the tank loadout here. It's I wouldn't quite say a Swiss Army knife, but we can't see the tank loadout. Okay, there we go. First map's going to be Runeberg. The banned maps are... Wait, what? Round 1's supposed to be Prokhorovka, but it looks like we're on Runeberg for the time being. Production crew is fixing that.
Yeah. I think it should be the Prokhorovka because we already show up the banned map.
Right, there we go. It's fixed now.
Yeah, because I wonder why they use the RU251 on the Runeberg.
Yeah. I mean, it looked a little bit awkward there as well. I mean, 3 RU251s, 2 T69s, AMX 1390, and a 5916. Centurion coming out from PhoeniX.
Yep. To remember, they used that on the step versus the 10 efficiency, right?
I believe so. I forget what the strengths of that tank would be.
Yeah.
But the banned maps seem to be the I guess you'd say the ordinary order of the day. Ruinberg was the first ban. Not too terribly surprising. But I mean, we've seen PvP and team efficiency play on that map. Of course, Cliffs. Who wants to play Cliffs versus ELONG? That's a ban that came from PhoeniX, right?
Yeah. But maybe the ELONG, they gonna ban the Himistov, they gonna ban the Ruinberg. So they are forced you to choose the open wide map.
Right. And Muravanka, it's an open wide map itself, but it's also full of hills everywhere in between. The main divide in Prokhorovka would have to be like there's a bowl. I guess you could say like a bowl of dips. But we're gonna go and dive into this game. And of course, here's the tank loadout. As you can see, it's going to be 2 T-69s for ELONG, 3 RU-251s, and a loading screen graphic as well. An AMX-1390 for them as well. They show that they really like to use those. And then for PhoeniX, it's going to be a T-32 Centurion, AMX-1390, or 2 RU-251s, T-49 and a T-37. I'm a bit surprised we don't see ELONG going with the T-49, to be honest. But spying to the north, it's going to be Team PhoeniX. And to the south, ELONG. We already see a very steady, standard rush, I guess you could say. Is that the 5916? No. He's already taken flak reflection, but he's got vision of the entire enemy team. For the most part, the light bulbs are not lighting up, so that means something's wrong with the mod.
Strategy, they can make an Elo type with a two-side Foxfire. You're gonna see that? That
is brilliant, and it looks like it may just work to their advantage. The question is, when will they pile in, and will the enemy team be ready for it? Oh no. PhoeniX is in a bad spread right now. Yeah, they've got a couple of tanks to spread on the northeast quadrant of the map. The T-49 protected by the AMX-1390, I might add. The 5916 is going to have a buddy to scout with him.
Yep.
And even though he may be the first tank to fall, that's going to be vision well spent, well sacrificed.
Yeah, because it's tier 6, so
he almost got Sponkster.
Yeah, but no, it exchanged for a tier 8, so it's worse.
Yeah. But I mean, like, that was actually sniper firepower from a teammate that got Sponkster. It gave him the finishing blow.
Yeah, and on the other way, they are forced for the finish to stay on the middle, so they can do it much better on the Foxfire.
Right, that was a pretty good trade, as you said, Edison. And now Ingrid is down to 246 HP. If we could just get free cam, that would be absolutely amazing at this moment in the game. All right, so Reflection, gonna try and silence French Meat. Not really working out there.
It's so close. Why
it is.
Okay.
Oh man, now it's 5 to 5 right now. But none of the tanks are extremely low. Just as I say that, ELONG's Nice gets taken down to 288. That's almost one shot. Reflection getting marked here and knocked really hard with that shot as well. Griven misses the shot. Doesn't quite get it. Reflection is now effectively one shot and taken out of the game. 1-for-1 trade there. But Griven looks like he could be knocked out of the game soon. There is a bit of a fight entailing in the middle of the map that we're kind of missing for the time being. Blade looks like he's going to get black here as he's now falling down to 137 HP. He's missing the shot, 24! There we go.
It's a T-37, it's tier 8. Tier 6, tier 8.
That was a 2 versus 2 at the end, but I mean, with both tanks one shot, the Ram backfires there from PhoeniX. Our last tank there, Blade.
We saw the ELONG play a lot of time on this map, and they play, almost the same style. Rush in and play like, two-side Foxfire, but I don't know why it's really hard to break through, even if they're gonna do that. but you cannot stop that.
Yeah, I just want to remark, this game is a little bit different from the usual meta that we see. Typically, we see a lot of teams rushing towards the east side of the map, trying to get the hill, making sure that no one's going up it from the enemy team, taking advantage of the cover in the village, but we didn't see that at all this game. And I think that was basically... let's go to a quick break, and then we'll talk about it then and see what was the thought process for PhoeniX. Again, PhoeniX is going to be on defense in game number 2. All right, guys, so this is game number 2. We're about to dive into it. Edison basically said, well, the critical part was when the T-49 was taken down, of course. I think that basically, I think, summarizes it in a nutshell. And that guy was in the northwest quadrant of the map, along with his AMX 1390 toting companion, and it just didn't quite work out. So here we go with game number 2, guys.
Hey?
Pretty soon. Pretty soon.
I saw it start.
Yeah, me too. I mean, the production crew's trolling us right now.
Okay.
So I finally unlocked the AMX 50. Hurrah! And
auto loader.
Yeah.
Do you got? You still using a 90mm gun, right?
Yeah, but I used the second one that you could buy.
Oh, okay. The
So-
penetration is 240.
12. 212. Damage is 240, 240, 320, I think.
Yeah. That's 90mm, and after you upgrade to, go this one.
Right. I mean, you guys can see the tank loadout all over again. PhoeniX is going to try and employ a similar strategy to game number 1 or so. It seems maybe they're going to do some repositioning tricks. While we still have the, I think ELONG changed their loadout.
Yeah, they use the 2 heavy tank.
2 T69s and 2 RU-251s.
They're gonna show you, how to play on this map using the T-30.
All right.
It's a little late.
Yeah, but that AMX 50 though, I played it I only had time to play one game with it today on Himmelsdorf, and I did a lot of damage to 2 IS-3s. I still don't know if I won that game or not, but it was a random battle.
They're gonna rush the T-33, 37, and kill it better.
Okay, but I mean, ELONG's... Oh my god, Guanren just got taken down first. That was the first, I guess you could say,
this time
casualty for their team.
Yeah. And this time, their T-32 and the Centurion come guard on the north. I mean, the PhoeniX team and the Lightning stand here trying to shoot a T-32. But, their T-32 is not that easy. So the T-32 cannot show up the torrent on this side and aim here.
And look at how much damage PhoeniX is taking right now. Yeah, they took down 1 tank, but at the same time, I'm wondering if it was worth it or not, because they themselves have taken enough damage to take down 2 tanks on their team if they just spread it across the board, I feel.
Because if you want to shoot the T-32 here, it's not that easy because of, T-32 cannot show up their torrent on the, in order to counter the T-32. You have to go to the south.
You have to flank him.
Yeah, you got to flank him, but ELONG know that.
Man. Ingrid's down to 4 HP. Fresh meat fell in the background. Much Wow is already gone. 399 HP remaining on Spawnster, 352 and 521 on GRB and Black CN. In the background,
yeah,
see
and
Ingrid's
Nisa
gone.
got a problem right now. You know, Nisa is here, and two mid-tank gonna kill him first, and then take the T-39.
Oh man, here we go. Nisa, like you said, he's getting totally surrounded right now. 3 tanks are shooting at him. And it's all up to Blade now. It's Blade against the world. He's in a tier 6, if I'm not mistaken, right now. And he's trying to just Rambo YOLO swag his way through life, but 1 versus 6, try as you might. I think is, effectively speaking, he's just cruising towards the enemy team, and I feel like he's given up on this. I don't know, 6 tanks remaining at the end of that game.
Yeah,
it was...
But, you know, I think if the Phoenix want to play on this way, I think that's okay, but, you know, after they kill T-37, they have to think about how to shoot the T-32. I mean the Team ELONG T-32 and the T-69 on the south. Not just stand there, you know. If you light tank stand on the frontier and you're trying to shoot a T-32's full armor, you cannot get any advantage on that because you know they're gonna just show up a turret and you cannot penetrate that.
I mean, yeah, that's basically it. The two T-32s, they made a huge difference in this. Neither of them fell in the entire course of this game. Like you said, the one tank that fell from ELONG this game was their T-37, which is a tier 6 tank.
Yeah.
Showing that they really like the 686 composition, and on top of that, I don't know. Do you feel like maybe in some ways PhoeniX's coordination or their teamwork was a little bit weaker here in game number 2 than number 1?
Maybe they do not expect ELONG gonna choose a heavy tank because of on this map ELONG haven't choose heavy tank for a while. You know, I haven't seen them choose a heavy tank for.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely right. Even in the season finals.
Tank. Yeah, they always use a light tank, and this time they choose a heavy tank. And they know, how to use that correctly. They use a heavy tank in the frontier, in the mid tank to support him, and they use a light tank to cover the left side. But on the defense, they have to know most critical part and the most important, and they have to kill the light tank first. But they didn't do that. They're trying to use a light tank to counter the heavy tank, but the ELONG's light tank was sniping those tanks on the left side.
Well, that's this game in a nutshell, guys. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to a 90-second commercial break, and then after that, we'll see PhoeniX on offense, ELONG on defense. Don't go away, guys.
Okay.
All right, guys, so we got a little bit of an update from our production crew. There's actually new regulations this season around regarding tiebreakers, which means PvP Super Friends earned 1 point from their, even though it was a loss, to front mission on Thursday of last week. They get 1 point because, well, of course, tiebreakers aren't being too heavily punished or too heavily rewarded at the same time this season around. And I think that's something that kind of makes a little bit of sense, Edison. What do you think?
Yeah,
I mean,
I think that's pretty fair because of, they're doing so good on the tiebreaker game, already in the 4-4 position. So
right.
I think both teams, it's worth for getting points.
Well, not only that, I mean, let's stop and think about how that series played out. We saw victories on offense and defense for both sides.
Yeah, both sides. 2-2, 1-1, 1-1.
Right, 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. It went to 0-0, 0-1, 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. But
yeah.
both teams doing really, really nice.
So in that regards, both of them deserve the reward. Checking the tank loadout right now, 3 RU-251s coming from ELONG. T69, AMX-50, an AMX-1390, and an AMX-12T?
Yep, 12T.
All right.
If they use 12T, I guess the purpose of the 12T is for scout. For stationary scout, I mean, it's gonna stand somewhere.
Because of the excellent camo rating.
Yep.
Well, it can also do some decent damage, not amazing damage, but decent damage to tanks that are light class in this game. So there they are, they're off, and it looks like we're just going to have a straight up rush coming from PhoeniX, all of them heading immediately to the western half of the map, and ELONG has got this hedgehog style of play. They're curling up into a ball into the northwest end of the northwest corner of the map, excuse me. And if we see this incorrectly coordinated from PhoeniX, they could be in a lot of trouble. Fresh Meat's already getting ultra zealous there and diving straight.
They are focused on the Incar right now.
Yeah, he's out. He's out. Not to mention there's that AMX-50 in back sniping. It might be on the reload at the moment, if not close to it. And that's a 3-for-2 exchange, excuse me. Griven looks like he's next on the menu as he's down to 235 HP and chasing Guanren, trying to exploit his reload time. And it might work out.
Yeah, but no, the Guanren cannot join to their friends.
Doesn't quite work out. Now we've got Nisa and Spawnster left for team efficiency. And Nisa is now out of the game. Spawnster versus 5 hungry sets of teeth on the Chinese champion team, or excuse me, Chinese second place champion team for Season 2 finals. That brings it to 3-0.
Yeah, that's so fast.
Yeah,
but you know, it's a Prokhonovka.
And it's ELONG.
Yeah, the ELONG in Prokhonovka, you know, they always doing so amazing. You know, on previous season, they lose a couple of matches, but that one is because of the shell attacker used T49, and you know, keep hit. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit bizarre this game around. They didn't have a T49 this game. It looks like, you know, ELONG's just ditching it.
I mean, no, if you want to win the ELONG, you needed, you know, a couple of luck. You know, you need luck, couple shots. You know, like T49, one shot, one kill. On that scenario, you're gonna win the ELONG. You know.
All right. Yep. So apologies as we didn't get a chance to read out the tank selection coming from PhoeniX, but hopefully you guys got a chance to see it. So I think with that being said, we're going to take things into a quick commercial break, and then after that, we'll be back with game number 4. Again, PhoeniX on offense and ELONG on defense. Hello, welcome back, guys. Now, I don't think we gave it any thought like during the commercial break about, you know, say analysis as to where things went wrong for PhoeniX there. I mean, we could kind of see just what was happening. I feel like they were just. I feel like ELONG was playing bait with those guys. But let's read the tank loadout right now. It looks like PhoeniX is gonna give. Oh man, I like the look of this already. It's gonna be 6 RU-251s. A T-49, excuse me, 5 RU-251s, a T-49, a T-37, and 4 RU-251s, 2 T-49s, and 1 VK-2808. This is looking like it's going to be a crazy game.
I think ELONG, they choose 4 different loadout, you know, on this matches, on this matchup. So, you know, they show up how to play on the light tank, how to play on the heavy tank. But this time, the PhoeniX team, they give up the rush strategy.
Yeah, they're going to try something. Well, I wouldn't say they completely gave up on it. They're just trying to reposition themselves and maybe, oh, there they go. Like, ELONG thinks they're rushing up through the center. They're like, uh-oh, where are they? We don't see them.
And this time ELONG tell you, I can't even how to rush.
Yeah, and it looks like, oh no, they're just going to turn straight out to the left there. And now they see.
Yeah, they know you're going to catch them.
Maybe try to, but here we go. All right, so Spawnster caught way out of position there, but if I'm not mistaken, he's in a tier 6.
Still there.
I think, no, he's in a tier 8. Oh my god. Is he in the T-49?
Yeah, I don't know, but you know,
ELONG
failed first one.
Right. Nice went down first. Okay, so this looks like, I mean, ELONG, or not ELONG, but rather PhoeniX is still in the game. Yeah, Nightmare's caught way out of position at this particular location. He's in the T-49, I might add. He's on the reload for about another 5 seconds at least. There we go.
Nice job.
Stays calm, aims, takes down the T-49, but there's still one more remaining on ELONG, and this is a huge divide coming from PhoeniX right now. Nisa caught way out of position. He might be able to get GRB there. Another.
He can get it. Oh, he missed it.
He missed. He's on the reload. Is he going to get that RU-251?
No.
He does.
Oh, yes.
He does.
Nice.
All right. This is a brawl, a straight-up brawl, and it looks like PhoeniX has the upper hand now with 3 tanks to the 2 of Guan, excuse me, to the 2 of ELONG. It looks like...
Yeah, but I have to say that PhoeniX, they have to rush out and kill the fast first.
Because he's a faster-moving tank? Yeah, I mean, he's cornered right now. I don't think there's any getting away unless he can get 2 ammo rack shots in a row. Uh-oh. Yeah, I can see that, too. The final kill was a ram. I guess maybe they just didn't have their VPNs ready. I'm just kidding. All right.
Okay. No, I feel this time they're doing something different, but I can say that then when you show up something ELONG never practice. They won't doing that best. Maybe they press every time on the rush and how to camp on the forest or something like that. But when you rush out on the tongue, they never prepare that. On that scenario, they cannot doing that perfect.
Yeah, but I mean, like in this, in this regards, we could say that it's not as one-sided as some other games that we've seen ELONG playing. They had a 5-0 versus PvP Super Friends, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the 4 on the cliff.
Yeah, it's kind of like that saying. It's like where others have failed, I shall succeed. And it's like, well, at least in that regards, we're not going to see maybe a total slaughter by the end of the night. But that does mean we're ready to get into map number 2. That one's going to be on steps, guys.
Yeah.
And who's going to be on offense first?
Let me check it. Defense is on the ELONG is a defense, and the PhoeniX on the offense.
All right, so PhoeniX is going to be on offense here in game number 1 of map number 2 on steps. Don't go away. All right, guys, so we are back now. You can see the tank loadout is not just finalized yet for ELONG there, and we've got 2 RU-251s, 4-5 RU-251s coming from Team PhoeniX. They are on offense. Again, I might remind you as well, they're also packing a T-49, I like that, and a T-37 as well. So going with the 686 rollout, while we have a similar rollout, it looks like, coming from ELONG. They already have shown us 6 Tier 8 tanks. I imagine their last one's going to be a 5916 or another form of a light tank.
It's a Tier 6, I think. They already have 1, 2, 3, 6 Tier 8, right?
Right. So what do you think their light's going to be?
I don't know, but no, that's the first time they did use a T-29. So that means they're going to rush out, if they choose the T-29 or T-32, that means they're going to defend on the northeast, but no, this time they don't have any heavy tank in there, so that means they're gonna choose that instead. Even they are on the safe side.
Edison was just saying that it looks like the composition we have coming from ELONG right now, they're most likely going to employ a rush strategy. That was at the loading screen when you guys couldn't hear us, but 2 AMX 1390s, 3 RU-251s T-49 coming from ELONG, and of course the VK 2801. That has a 105mm cannon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, normally they use a 105.
Right, with HE shells.
Yeah, with HE, sure. Or H.
Right, I've done that before. It works. It works wonders. It's amazing the amount of damage it does. But it looks like we're gonna have PhoeniX rushing out to capture point 2 on the eastern end of the map, and ELONG is ready to intercept that. That is not looking too hot for Team PhoeniX right now.
Yeah, it's just wonder why ELONG. Look like they know you're gonna come here. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I mean, once you stop and think about it, their tanks are ready to go. They're lined up and ready to shoot. They're ready to fire. And indeed, that's what they're going to do. They've got the defensive advantage, the hometown defender's advantage, if you will. And already we can see that they are piling in on this. Sponsor getting a little bit overzealous there. He's been track hit, and I think he just used his module. He's done a one-shot now on that T-49, if I'm not mistaken, and he's gone out of the game. Much-Wow is next on the menu. But just before that, we have Driven gone, and he follows suit. Not far behind. Fresh Meat looks like he's going to be chased down for the moment, and then indeed lost. It's up to Ingrid and Nisa, but Nisa's now gone, and Ingrid is 1 on 7. He's one shot and out. So that brings the score to 4-1. ELONG doesn't drop a single tank this game.
Yeah, I saw they gonna rush, but they didn't rush and waiting for PhoeniX coming. But problem is, it looked like they already expect PhoeniX gonna coming from south. Quite weird, but
I wouldn't say it's a meta that's been figured out. No, I don't think that. But I do think that what happened was ELONG has shown us some very, I guess you'd say, strange strategies since WGL Asia, APAC-ASIA Season 2 Gold Series. Remember? Taking light tanks even when the enemy team has heavy tanks and making it work. 5 AMX 1390s versus, of course, Gash Plus Night Eagles when they had, I think it was maybe an IS as well as a T-32. But, that was a long time ago. So, maybe, it's just that coordinated fire. No one can match it.
Yeah, that's right. But, when ELONG stand there and waiting for your coming, they got a one shot. They got the first shot advantage. When you got to cross a hill, on that moment you gonna got a first shot, right?
Right.
Yeah, but ELONG is stand there and gonna give you a first shot. So after that, you're gonna get less hit points and start to fight to ELONG. But such a team, they know how to focus fire. They know how to do a great teamwork. So if you give them the advantage on the hit point, it's really, really hard to win.
If you give them a chance, they're going to take it, and they are going to win the game straight out. And not only that, the T-49 on PhoeniX was focused down very quickly. I think the shot that it fired Did it miss? Do you remember?
It's not a question about miss or not because of T49 is doing for close battle. No, its gun depression is nice. I know that, but it's really nice for defense.
Yeah.
Because of when you are trying to cross out, you're gonna get a lot of shot first. And after you shoot, you got 20-second reload time. You almost cannot do anything there. So if you just do a defense shoot and run, maybe that's better. But whatever they do on this one, I don't think they can win this match.
On top of that, there were actually two T49s coming from ELONG, and they were all, like you said, they had defender's advantage. So I mean, that's this game explained in about 2 minutes. But we're going to take things into a short break, and then after that, we will be back with the next game, the second game on offense for PhoeniX. Don't go away, guys. All right, guys, welcome back. The score is now 4-1 in favor of ELONG, and that means if PhoeniX wants to win this, they're going to have to win the next 3 games in a row, plus the tiebreaker. But of course, we just found out today that tiebreakers result in both teams getting points. That would be the winner getting 2 and the loser getting 1.
Yep.
All right, so it'd be nice to see if we could see a tank loadout. There we go.
I think the tank loadout is the same.
Completely the same.
Yeah, the
completely.
same.
Not a single change. Unless maybe the tankers actually changed which tanks they're piloting. But I'm wondering if the strategy is going to change here from PhoeniX at all.
Yeah, I think the PhoeniX they have to play more, I
cleverly,
no,
creative.
Yeah, maybe need more creative, but they cannot do in that rough.
Looks like
if they want to rush you, I think that's fine. If they rush to I think someone alone to kill them. But if they rush to the east and see a lot of people stand here and they're still rushing.
But Edison, I see what they're doing. They're going this way and they're going to try and flank them.
Yeah, they're trying something different, But if on this time and they discover, okay, all ELONG teams stick there and they're still rushing, let's will not work out, I think.
Maybe let's see how it pans out. All right, so ELONG is doubling back right now. They think something isn't right because, well, wait, are they?
Yeah, they got a chance here, but maybe if they, just make a frontier here and
they are.
Someone to capture. Maybe.
Griven's been spotted, and now he's ultra lit.
Yeah, they still rushing, I don't think they can get anything there.
2 tanks fall before even 1 can come out from ELONG. It's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange, 3-for-1, and now 404 damage on ELONG's Reflection, but he lives. Fresh Meat falls in the background. Reflection down to 175, and it looks like Blade is focusing in down. Wow, T49 does a huge ton of damage to Blade, and Sponster is the last man standing on his team in his T49, but it's a long reload. He's looking for something to hit. And I think his turret ring's been damaged. It's turning a little bit slow, but he doesn't even get a shot. He doesn't even get a chance to fire. In the end, ELONG only loses a single tank.
But as I say, if you want to do something different, it's better, but whatever they do, they discover where is the Elong and everyone just rush in.
Yeah.
It's not a winning strategy.
What else can you do? I mean, like you're talking about one of the top tier teams that has the practice regimen to actually, how do I say this? They've got the resources to just practice maybe 4 or 5 hours a day is an amazing amount of practice for 7 people, but they have their own dormitories, their own training center, right?
Yep.
They've got all that stuff to back them up, but I mean, we're talking about how do I say this? Like non-Chinese teams that don't quite have the resources to do that. They practice in their spare time. They practice as best as they can.
Yeah, but I just feel don't give up that early. You still have time to practice. Even so, you cannot win this one. Trying to do something different and on the battlefield, trying to practice that, not just give up.
Right. I don't think that was given up. I mean, they gave it their best shot, but they knew that I feel like they knew in all of the games that they were playing that a capture was not viable versus ELONG. I mean, like especially their coordinated fire, their team speak, their commandeering skills, things like that.
Yeah, but as I said, when you give the Elong's first shot advantage, they're gonna take that. But you can say another way and force them, go out first and trying to shoot them first. Maybe they got a chance to win that one, But I know that hard because it's Elong, but
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about playing versus someone who may as well be cheating. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
All right, so guys, we're going to take things into a short break, an 8-minute break, and then we are going to be back with Charlotte Tiger versus Front Mission. And I think that could make it to the tiebreaker game. We'll find out after this 8-minute break, guys. Don't go away.
Okay.